Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to NEWSBEAT Nightly. My goodness. My goodness. My goodness. My goodness. Can't believe it. So many exciting things. Feel a little better. What I did was I put a Ricola drop in my mouth. And what I did afterwards is when that Ricola drop finally dissolved, I put another Ricola drop in my mouth. And I've been pretty much doing this all day, and now the bag is officially empty. I just finished my last Ricola drop. Yes, I did a bag of Ricola. Not a big bag. I mean like a big... It's not small. I don't know exactly how many candies were inside. 20, 30? Something like that. And I finished them. And definitely feeling a little more of the sugar rush, but man, some of these Forex plays still get to me every time. $575 per standard lot from the initial buy point. So you're pretty much telling me, Ken, that if I held the New Zealand Swiss, I would have made $25,000. It's pretty much what you're saying. Approximately. Oh, plus juice. Yeah. Let the juice roll on top. First of all, congratulations to everybody who did take those trades. And the service is actually going to become better. Now, I want to show you guys a trade which we took off the table today. Let's see. Where is that trade we did? Let's take a looky. Let's take a looky. Right here. Right? Also use... No, it was Aussie yen. Okay. This is an Aussie yen. Now, on the Aussie yen, we bought relatively close to the bottom here. Right there, if you remember. We bought pretty damn close to the bottom. And then, what often happens is our trades work. And the stock or pairing, it doesn't really matter what you call it. You call it Susan if you want. It's just a symbol that you could trade and make money off of. So if you notice something about this trade, and I wanted to highlight this, 85.36 was our profit level. Now you might notice that the high of the day is 85.3165, meaning your take profit level might not hit. And it could still very, very, very likely hit, if not head much higher. But what I did was, around this level, I said it was in the 85.20s this morning. If you see pretty much right over here, it was in the 85.20 level, actually hit 85.31. Our take profit level is 85.36, and I ended up selling it. And I basically told all the members in my room, and I ended up selling it. Now, for you people on YouTube, I have no way of contacting you and saying, hey, by the way, I sold my trade. Now, if you're still holding it, you're up maybe a little bit more money than I would be from where I sold it. But a lot of times I sell these things, and a lot of times they drift back down, and a lot of times they keep going up. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to create, again, almost like you have a professional money manager behind you. The only difference is I'm not holding your money, which is illegal, and to be honest, I really don't want to. And the only difference is you're pressing the buttons instead of me. So what I wanted to do is, I'm reading through all these emails and articles, and they're just all bullshit. I'm like reading through so much bullshit. Like it literally, like I had to wash my hands with soap like 5 times and like bleach my eyeballs to get the shit out of my brain. Like I'm reading all these emails about, oh, have you ever noticed this one simple trick in trading? Have you ever noticed this? Have you ever seen this? Have all your questions answered here. Do you know the facts about the market? Did you know this one little tip, this one little strategy, this one little thing that is making traders this much money? Look how much money this trader made. And that's why I took it down, by the way. T3 used to advertise me in 2016 saying, oh, look at this Melnick guy. He made over $2 million. Blah, 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 blah. 1.1 million of that was blah, 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 blah. And you know what I said? I was like, I felt dirty. I was like, oh God, what the? Take this down. No, don't advertise that. And what actually it ended up happening was it was actually turning people off. And it turned me off, but it was, more importantly, it was turning the customers off. Because people don't want to see somebody making millions of dollars because they feel whatever money they have that it's unattainable. They'll ask you, how much money do you have in buying power? And then I could give them some exorbitant number compared to their buying power, and they'll be like, oh, okay, well then I can't do it. But then when I tell them how much money I did it on, they get skeptical. Nobody wants to hear a story of somebody turning 50,000 into 2 million in a year. Nobody wants to hear that story. I want to hear that story, Mark. It doesn't matter if you want to hear it. You're not going to pay shit for that story. And that's fine, because I wouldn't either. I put myself in your shoes and I said, you know what, this is the dirtiest thing ever. So what I said was this, you know what, all of these emails that I get flooded from my box from everywhere, I'm not naming one company, every single marketing email is all full of shit. Every single one of them. What's the point of being in a room if somebody can't tell you exactly what to do, when to do it, where they're doing it? From a legal standpoint, like, okay, I would buy it right here, or I'm buying it right here, or I'm selling it right here, right now, this is my price, this is my entry. If you can't do things like that, you're just part of the herd, you're just part of the flock. You're not a leader when it comes to this. So I said this, okay, so many people are listening to this broadcast. So many people are listening to this broadcast now, and we're the fastest growing, place here in T3. So I am honored to say that, but I will say this: I wanted to create a product where I really don't give a shit about teaching you why I'm doing what I'm doing. I really don't give a shit about, Mark, why did you buy here instead of selling it here? Why did you sell here? What to do? How to figure it out? I'm done with that. I'll do that in my room, and I actually do that every day. I'm not done with that. But when it comes to Forex, it's just going to get to a point where I'm telling you, I just don't care. And it's just like, here, this is the most consistent strategy you'll find. Prove me wrong. Find any strategy out there that makes more money consistently. Find any strategy out there that can make thousands and thousands of people more money than anywhere. Show me any strategy that has hundreds of millions of dollars already poured into it looking for more. Show me any strategy out there that the biggest banks in Europe and across outside the US are saying this is the most consistent strategy they have. Show it to me. And tell me that I could sign up and copy all these trades. Exactly. Pip for pip, level for level, everything. Show me it. You won't find it except here. And that's the beautiful thing about what I'm trying to offer. And that's why I'm zesty, because every time I make money on these Forex trades, it's like lighting this match under my ass that I just want to say, okay, guys, come on. We really don't have to. I could be your personal, like, what I'm trying to do is, from a legal standpoint, I'm not licensed, is I'm trying to be a professional money manager for you. And what I'm going to end up doing is the service is going to grow into something much better, believe it or not, than it is now. Believe it or not, I can make this service better. Besides, for literally, what was that, Ken? Opening up, showing you guys what's underneath the hood of my car. I like that analogy. That's much more PG. So what I'm going to actually do is, for the people who want to download an Interactive Brokers app, or I'm using Interactive Brokers for example. I don't use Interactive Brokers. You could punch in your Forex trades in while you're at work. My dentist friend, he has Interactive Brokers, and he's like, I'm at work. And I just go on my phone, and I just click off, and I'm out of the position. That's it. It's that easy. I text him. I'm testing it with people who are personal friends of mine. I always share it with my room first, and then after my room, I blast out immediately after to personal friends of mine, and they say it works. He literally said, "I'm reading a text. Mark, he's a pediatric dentist. Mark, I was drilling this little girl's tooth. I got your text. I literally put down my drill, took off my gloves, closed out the trade, put on my gloves, and got right back to it in under 30 seconds." So you literally, it's almost being like offered professional money management services with the added benefit is you don't have to profit share with anyone. You keep it all. And that is the beautiful thing about what we're doing here. And that's what this service will turn into. For now, enjoy it. Keep milking it for every single dollar it's worth. Eventually, I'm going to, with the help of Julie and hopefully another such gracious members of our community, we're going to end up making tutorial guides for how to set it up for first-time people using, because I don't use Interactive Brokers. I could barely spell Interactive Brokers. I mean, that's about as far as I get with it. So if you wish to, well, this is kind of big. Let's reduce this font. How's that? Let's make it 28. That's better, right? Okay. If you wish to copy my game plan and all my Forex orders, go right ahead. You can hit print screen. So, it's not going to be available like this forever because it honestly shouldn't be. I'll give you as much as I can for free and I'll keep giving it to you. But the truth is, it's impossible for me to tell you that I'm closing out a position if you're not on my live broadcast, right? I'm not gonna send a courier to your house. I don't have your phone number. I don't even know your name. How can I do it? It's not because I'm trying to withhold stuff from you to try to coerce you into being part of a service. It's that it's just physically, humanly impossible unless I'm the human flesh. And even then, it's hard because I don't even know where to begin looking. So with that being said, here are my stocks. Did anyone trade any of the names on the game plan? Riot, Marvell, Splunk, SPLK, Square. That was from last night. All of them worked today. Whatever. I didn't trade all of them. I never do. Sometimes I trade none of these names. Depends what they do in the morning. And again, that's about being part of my service. You know which names I'm trading, which names I'm not at all times. That's the beautiful thing about being part of it. So with that being said, still a little hard to talk even though I'm feeling a little zesty. Let's start off with Marvell. Okay, Marvell. So this is the one we called bullish yesterday. We know they made a bid to buy Cavium, that's CAVM. Ton of upgrades coming out today. $34 target from 2150 at Craig Hallam. Needham rating. Needham. That's actually like an analyst. It's spelled Needham, like need bacon, but need ham. Needham. Raising the price target to 25 from 21. You got a Loop Capital upgrade. So upgrades across the board on this thing, and this thing exploded. I'm again just looking for a follow through from today's high again. Mentioning it again now. Riot. Blockchains are sexy. Blockchains are the new sexy. And I'm going to show you another name you need to keep on your radar if you want to take advantage of a blockchain company. So Riot, I thought it was going to $13 today in all honesty. It hit $12.89. Okay. Nonetheless, I think this stock has a great chance of hitting 13 tomorrow, hence I'm mentioning it again. Riot is a blockchain stock. If you don't know what a blockchain stock is, those are the ones that offer accounting, audits, and verification for assets such as cryptocurrencies. and things like that, and a lot of trading and other sort of services. So catering to cryptocurrency, this is the new sexy in Wall Street. This is the new sexy. Remember when we noted Overstock at $29? Believe me, we are very early to the party, and there's still people, insane people like Kathy. We we had to put her back on her meds because she's still holding this thing, and I mean, we're giving you guys this stock over here. I didn't hold it for here. I'll be the first to admit. That's why, look at this move. People are looking at this and they're shocked. They don't know where this came from. We started it here. You know how many hedge funds and money managers started buying after I highlighted this stock? Was that the reason why I kept going? No, but I can guarantee you that a lot of this volume started here when the stock was under 30. Believe it. And then I gave you, of course, Riot, which I'm not comparing to Overstock. I'm not saying, oh, well, this one's going to keep, it could hit 20 bucks. I don't know. But I'm not putting any price targets on it. I'm just looking for a bullish move tomorrow. Then I'll give you another couple names before the close of sexy blockchain stocks to watch for tomorrow as well. I'll do that at the end after I answer all questions. Next on my list is TripAdvisor, TRIP. Bit of a beaten up name, and you see, just got a lot of beautiful move here today. So what happened? Well, the FTC, which is the Federal Trade Commission, is investigating TripAdvisor's business practices, as more travelers are saying that their warnings of assaults, injuries, and harassments were being blocked by the company. Such practices by the company recently came to light after Dawn Allison, a TripAdvisor user, said that her post was deleted on the website saying that there was a hidden camera on the floor near the toilet at a restaurant she frequented that was listed on the company's service. Really? You don't want to be spread-legged on the toilet doing something disgusting and you're bothered because you're being filmed? How dare she? That woman, remove her post at once. That's what TripAdvisor did. Please note the sarcasm in my voice. Oh, that Mark, he's so rude. Please note the sarcasm in my voice. So the FTC is literally investigating these people. Now, why am I calling this bullish? Because that's how the people are reacting to this investigation. Bullishly. And you broke out here today with tremendous volume. What do you think ultimately is going to happen? Well, let me tell you what I think is going to happen. And if you want to see, basically, travelers saying their warnings of rapes, injuries were blocked. I mean, first of all, that is horrible. First of all, that is just absolutely horrible. And here, and this is happening in the United States. This isn't like some joint down in the Dominican Republic, or not that I have anything wrong. I love it there. I was in Punta Cana, still a poverty-stricken nation, or some crazy tropical island. This is the Ram's Head Tavern that's just south of Baltimore in the United States. And she found a hidden camera on the floor near the toileting, as what any woman should do, gave it to the police. Okay. God, these ads are annoying. So what happened was her and her family had been to the restaurant several times celebrating Mother's Day, and she never dreamed anybody would be spying on her while she was using the bathroom. Okay. No, when people go to the bathroom, that is one of the privacy places. There's one place where you'll be able to snort cocaine, shoot heroin, and do much more disgusting things than that and get away with it without anybody knowing, generally speaking, and that's in the bathroom. And there's a reason that it's a private thing, and it's a reason why they're called private parts, and because you're exposing your private parts and you're doing private things behind a locked door, of course, without any cameras. So her posts were removed on this website. And right now, during a time where sexual harassment is the new political norm, you just see on both sides of the aisles all these women accusing these creeps of sexual harassment, and it's just all coming out now. This story bears a lot of weight based on its timing. What I'm saying is, if this story came out 5 years ago, it wouldn't have the same weight it does today. So why is it going up, and why am I talking about it bullishly? Do I love? No, I couldn't give two shits about this company and what douchebags for removing this woman's article. I don't care about that. I'm here to make money. So what's going to happen to TripAdvisor? I'll tell you what's going to happen. I'll tell you exactly what's going to happen. They're going to come out and say rape is illegal. Someone spying on a woman in a bathroom is illegal. Assault is illegal. And it's up to the local jurisdiction and the local ordinances to take care of these problems, not us. You know what TripAdvisor doesn't do? Have armed security by all the places we speak about. Now, they are going to get slapped on the wrist for being secretive douchebags and hiding this woman's post. But I promise you they took it seriously. They probably removed her post and then they just went ahead and they gave it to the local police. And that's probably what happened here. So when you're looking and saying, oh wow, people aren't going to be using TripAdvisor as much, no. Go to 100,000 people on the street and ask them if they're aware of anything that happened with TripAdvisor recently. I would be surprised if one or two people out of 100,000 knew about this. Nobody knows about this. So it's not going to affect their business negatively. Not only that, they are not responsible for the atrocities, the unfortunate atrocities that these women suffer. If a woman was raped by a man, I mean, we should castrate him, jail him for life. I mean, that's just such a wicked offense. I'm not defending these dirtbags, but I am saying that this company has nothing to do with it. And by showing her posts, it will hurt their business, so that's obviously why they took it down. But they have a right, probably legally, to remove posts as they see fit. There's something called a TOS, or a Terms of Service. Read the TripAdvisor Terms of Service. They have the right to edit, remove any articles. So even though this woman's story is horrifying, I mean, not even as horrifying as the rape and assault. I mean, hers was, fortunately, the least of it. This is not going to negatively affect the company. With volume like this today, somebody took a large position long. And with an A+ trigger overhead at 3480, I think TripAdvisor heads higher despite this news article. Terrible, right? I definitely need to do that, Bubbles. Okay. Next on my list, and least, is why not a little bit of marijuana to calm down? GWPH, the most powerful marijuana company on the planet. They're actually trying to get into the good uses and medical uses for marijuana as opposed to, just getting high. But nonetheless, they're going to present their Phase 3 Epidiolex results, and they're going to be presenting them at the AES, which is the American Epilepsy Society. So whatever marijuana extracts they're doing is obviously helping epileptic patients. The beautiful thing about a marijuana extract as a drug is it's not a laboratory-made drug. Even though if it's in a laboratory, it's coming naturally from a plant extract, which actually is probably going to be drugs that have the least side effects. Fortunately, God bless companies like this who are really taking marijuana to the level in which a lot of people want it to be. I mean, personally, I really don't care about people who use marijuana for whatever, but I mean, this company is using marijuana in the most beneficial way possible. So they're going to be presenting at the American Epilepsy Society, and they're going to be doing it December 1st to December 5th in Washington. And you got this beautiful pop-up today in the name. And look, let's just call it what it is. A stock like this doesn't go and present unless they have something really good to say. Yeah, we're going to be presenting at the American Epilepsy Society. We're going to be presenting our phase 3 results. What do you think they're going to say? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, hi, how are you doing? We're GW Pharmaceuticals. I just want to say our products, our phase 3 failed. Everything sucked. Nothing is working with our products. We didn't meet the endpoints. We're really sorry. Can we take any questions? Now, obviously, that's not how we envision the meeting going. They're probably going to say, we had positive phase 3 results. We had positive this, positive that, positive this. This might be a swing trade into that meeting. I would not be surprised for a pop 130 to 135 should be a simple move in my humble technical and fundamental opinion on GW Pharmaceuticals. With that being said, here's my game. Oh, one more. I'm sorry. A bearish setup. What's going on, Mark? Let's take a look at Insight. Speaking about biotechs. That's India Nancy Charlie Yankee, INCY. RBC Capital coming out this morning, lowering his price target $120 from $136, saying that the change to the trial Jakafi enrollment simulation designed to address recent questions around the phase 3 EPA-Pembro melanoma data timing leaves questions. And the analyst says that the trial showed that the interim analysis was likely completed in October, second will occur in January, adding that the new price target also better reflects future competitive dynamics. You got a little bit of a bearish doji here. I could see, I actually want to be a buyer of this name, even though I'm talking about it bearishly, but I think it goes under $90. And it's at $98.95. So that would be a 10% drop. So those are my plays. Here are my names. If you guys on YouTube have any questions, mark.melnick@t3live.com. I'll be happy to answer them once I answer every question in my room. At the end of answering everyone's questions, I'm going to give you 2 more blockchain stocks. Last one we gave you was Overstock and Riot. Okay? So you're going to want to hear what we talk about next. Okay, let's go. Let's go for it. Hey guys, Luis, once I open a position... Yeah, no, you're right, Peter. Once I open a position, Luis, how often do you look at it during the day in Forex? Constantly. You know, it's always on my phone. So sometimes, you know, I'm one of those people who bring their phone to the toilet. And sometimes I'm on the toilet, I'm like, oh, let's see what these Forex positions are doing. Sometimes I'm at the dinner table looking at it. Sometimes I'm walking around playing with my son and I'll just take 3 seconds, click open my app. Boom, those are my positions, done. So when I say you have a professional money manager, I'm pretty much on it. Sometimes I'll wake up in the middle of the night at 2 o'clock and I'll be like, oh God, shit, what time is it? Because I'm sick, you know? And I'll pop up and I'll look at my position. I'll be like, oh, okay. So when I say you have the potential for, and again, I can't call myself a professional money manager, even though based on my qualifications and what I'm doing, you might consider me one, but I'm pretty much watching over your positions. I don't go home at night and close down at 4. You know what I'm saying? So basically, if it was, and you guys would be able to set preferences. So let's say it was like let's use the most dramatic examples. 2 o'clock in the morning Eastern Standard Time. Depending on where you are in the world, it could not be so bad, right? And let's say I'm like, oh, wow, my position is up here. I'm going to close it. You guys would have the option to receive a text and or email to your account of saying that I closed the position. And you would be able to mimic that and produce the same results or similar results. Very, very similar results. You might do a little better than me or a little worse because it's a market and it keeps ticking up and down. I could sell it, blast it out. You could get to it 5 minutes later and make more money. It's going to be very similar, though. You get the picture. Um, Ravi, my thoughts on AMAT. We called it long today. I still like it. You got the upgrade today. We called it long today in the morning. I still like it. I'm not scared by this bar yet. Ken, you drew a line from 927. Why did you start there? To 1019. I see why you did it. And it's an okay line. It's an okay line. I generally, I would like this line a lot more. For example, 9.8 to 10.19. And we're going to be running a course soon, and you guys are going to understand all of this. Or 9.8 even right over here. 9.8 to 9.12. That would be a good line. And it would be similar to what you drew. So even though what your line is legit, my best level for US dollar Canadian dollar would be the descending line at 1.25934. I'm not saying we don't bounce off your line first. I'm just saying that's where the conviction comes in at my level. Probably Priyanka. What's up? What up target did I give in GWPH? 130 to 135 short term. This week, next week. Yeah, probably this week. This week, next week. I mean, it is, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Right? What do I think about UHS and First Solar here? So on UHS, I called the bottom right here. And the stock drifted sideways, down a little, popped all the way back up and more, sideways, down a little, and popped all the way back up and even higher. Looks fine. My only argument is, why aren't you buying in like the low 96 range when we were talking about it? Or did you and you're just looking at it here? I'm not sure of your position. But I like it. If you're long and you're up a couple points from where we called it. And this is another company that beat the crap out of someone. They had this dude who just beat the crap out of a guy on crutches, threw him to the floor and punched him. And I called it bullishly, even though I think that guy's a total, what was the word I used before? Douchebag? Yeah, pretty much. So, still looks bullish to me, Barbara. And First Solar. Alright, so I know Julian shorted the put spread, did he? And it could go sideways for a while. I am overall bullish on this name. Question is, where does it pull back, or how long does it go sideways before breaking out? I am bullish on this name. It's hard to time in an entry because look at these bars. The stock has been going sideways for 2 weeks. My opinion on Stitch Fix. I told you guys my opinion. $30 target. I think you swing it. I think their earnings are going to beat Wall Street whenever they may be. I don't think the analysts have the ability to give this company the correct earnings. They might do it after they see the first earnings report and they're going to be like, holy shit, this company retains women. I even for the first time the other day while watching YouTube saw a Stitch Fix ad. I saw a Stitch Fix ad. And this is every woman's dream. They don't have to pick out clothes anymore. My stylist knows exactly what I like. You ever watch those TV shows where a woman goes out with a group of friends or her mother, and she's like coming out of the dressing room wearing a different outfit, and the mother or their friends, and they're like, no, no, no. And then when she comes out with the last outfit, they like stand up and they're like, they start clapping because they're so excited that their friend looks good in something finally. That's what Stitch Fix is. It's the woman giving you clothes and telling you what you look good in. Women love that. And look, it's not about, I'm sure with all the people I'm talking to, there's going to be a feminist in the audience, and she's going to say, you don't know what women like, and you don't know. Look, I am generalizing. I know this doesn't remain true for every woman, and I'm cool. I'm cool with that fact. But I will tell you that this company, when it comes to bottom line for the number of women who do like that, they will make money. And they are going to retain women. And women are going to be the majority of their business as it is now, and it will continue to be the majority of their business as it is now. And even men, I think, are going to start jumping on board when they see their wives, their girlfriends, their sisters, their mothers looking good in their clothes, being like, wow, mom, daughter, girlfriend, wife, you look really good in this. Where did you get it? Oh, there's this cool website, Stitch Fix. They have stuff for men too. Really? This company is going to spread like wildfire. I continue to add positions. I didn't add any today, but I am going to continue to add bullish positions in this thing. I have a $30 target. I mean, I gave my complete fundamental analysis behind it already. I'll probably do a real nice presentation about it with more data and more numbers, but third day of trade, I still like it. Why was I bullish on HFC? First of all, I never recommend, so I don't give stock picks or recommendations. So that's just for legal purposes, but I know what you mean, Barbara. You don't have to explain yourself. I did it because there was a triangle wedge here. I could see the lines I drew, and I called it on Friday, November 3rd. And I said we were going to resolve by Monday. And look what happened on Monday. You resolved, and then you drifted sideways, and then you kept drifting up. I was bullish on it based on technical reasonings, and it worked. I wasn't looking at the company's fundamental analysis when giving you that idea. Let's see. How high do I think GME and... All right, so if you're watching, this is another thing which I can't give you YouTubers. I said GME was going to go up on earnings, and we bet bullishly. Just straight up bullish bet on GME. And as I said it earlier, this is a company that I destroyed verbally. I destroyed this. I ripped it apart. And when I do that, coincidentally, things go down. Just like I ripped the retail industry, just like I ripped this one. Nothing personal. I used to be a pro gamer. I love video games. Quite the opposite. I have a very endearing place in my heart. But when it comes to making money, let's just be real, okay? So I was ripping this thing in the 40s. I was ripping in the 30s. I was ripping in the 20s. And then today, for the first time, with GME just imploding upon itself like a neuron star ready to go supernova, I said that this thing is going to beat on earnings. And I just did some very simple statistical analysis. And I said, in my head, there was an 87% chance we gapped up on earnings. And I said, why even play it short? So a lot of people took shares in the room, calls in the room. These are things you get in real time if you're part of the room in the service. What I eventually want to do is for people who have full-time jobs, who can't be in the room at 3:30 Eastern Standard when I give these plays, to literally send you a text to your phone saying, hey guys, I bet bullish in GME right now prior to earnings. And you guys will be able to get the heads up. That's as my service is going to be improving upon itself. We're not there yet, but believe me, we are going to get there. So, thank you. How high do I think GME goes? I have no idea. Really, my thought was when I took the trade is we were going to go over $18. That's why I did the call spread. We're trading exactly at $18. We hit a high of 1946 and we're trading at literally at $18. That's exactly where I was hoping it would go. Could it go higher? Of course it could. That was my target in my head. How high do I think YRD could go? So YRD has something very important to do tomorrow. What is that? $44.61. Write down that number. Because as long as you're above 44.61, this is a breakout from descending resistance. So TWX will be interesting. There was a lot of drama today. So in case you guys didn't hear, our calls were working out a lot better today, obviously. And by the way, if you guys took Twitter with us, you're really enjoying that as well. But on the TWX side, it's actually funny. So news came out today that the judge presiding over the case of AT&T versus America. That's what it is. That's the name of the case, AT&T versus America. Department of Justice being represented by America, ironically, actually, and AT&T obviously representing themselves. So here's the deal. This is what happened today. If you guys don't know, if you didn't hear when I was talking about it earlier, what happened here was literally the judge presiding over the case has a wife, and the wife is lead antitrust counsel for AT&T. That is a conflict of interest. Could you imagine when they go home together tonight? Hey, honey, how was your day? Oh, it was good. I'm going to be ruling over, AT&T versus America here. How about you? Well, I'm advising AT&T how to get this case pushed. Can you give me any hints? I made that apple strudel cake that you really like, honey. Think you could lean this one my way? I'll put on that sexy slip you love. I'll make you that cake you like. I'll rub your feet while you drink beer and watch the game. Just tell me what I can do for you, honey. So obviously, well, that's my sarcasm. The rest of it was true. There's a conflict of interest. So they announced today that they were going to have to change the judge over the case, obviously. To me, it was such a stupid oversight. Like, how did this even begin? That the judge's wife, the judge presiding over the case, his wife is literally lead counsel for antitrust for AT&T, representing AT&T. It's hilarious. It is absolutely hilarious. So they changed the judge, and after they changed the judge, TWX started rallying. Do I think this thing should go through? Yes. Anything can happen in the court of law. If it is allowed to go through, how about this? If this merger is allowed to go through, Time Warner should be 107 to 115, I would say. And if it's not allowed to go through, who knows? So those are my thoughts. What are my thoughts on YY? Bullish doji. I like it. I like it a lot. Thoughts on Intel? Mixed feelings. Mixed feelings. It's bullish overall, but I have to see how it'll act soon. It's hard to say when it could break up or not with a digestive pattern like this. Priceline? You mean because I'm bullish on Trip? This one had the bad earnings and it's been grinding up with the market ever since. You're still in the gap fill. I don't know. Looks okay. Bottom line is this. You have to keep a tight stop if you're in this. Okay. Alright. Here goes the Priyanka. The Superfecta. Microsoft looks awesome. You broke out a descending resistance. I wish there was a little more volume, Priyanka. It looks totally awesome. This is the first real breakout you're having since November 7th. Alta Salon. Caught between the 50, the 8, and 21 moving averages. Bullish overall. For me, I need a pullback to buy it. Tomorrow, that level would be 198 or 12 points lower approximately. AT&T caught in the drama with Time Warner. Support tomorrow 33.57 for a potential long. Amgen bearish. Yikes. Might resolve up here, but this thing is going to be choppy. I would just stay away because you have a bullish wedge with a bearish overall daily formation. Stay away. Celgene breaking over the 8 recently, grinding up. Looks similar to Priceline. You got down big on earnings, and now you're trying to fill the gap. Neutral. AbbVie. Very bullish. You broke out today, similar to the way Microsoft did for the first time. Tomorrow's level to hold above would be 94.14 on AbbVie. Apple broke out similar to Microsoft and AbbVie. Beautiful breakout. Look for follow through from 173.70. Boeing. Looks like it wants all-time highs. It's right around the corner, 267.62. Maybe we grind eventually to 300. It's a logical target. IPGP, phenomenally bullish. Support level far away, $219.04. It's hard for me to chase something like this. Phenomenally bullish. Facebook, similar to Microsoft, similar to AbbVie, similar to Apple. Breaking out today for the first time. All these names breaking out. Very bullish. All-time highs 182.90. Why doesn't Facebook get to 200? As long as the market doesn't collapse, right? My thoughts on Celgene long. I just went over it. Neutral on Celgene. Q's short. At this point, the level tomorrow where I would short the Qs personally is 157.99. We would have to explode up. Just the way it goes. Were you here in the channel when I was buying SFIX, Ravi? I'm already pretty damn long. And I've been buying the pullbacks recently. I'm already long SFIX. When I add again, I'll let you know. My size is rather large. My size is I'm trying to get 35,000 shares of this thing. I'm probably I'm about I'm a little over halfway there probably. Well, 15, 17. I'm a little under halfway there. Little under. That number might change. I might say 50,000. So we'll see. An AMC. I know I called this one bullish recently. It kept grinding up. Congratulations to those who are part of it. For me, I need AMC to pull in to buy it at this point. I have to see AMC pull in. Thoughts on Corvo? Bullish, breaking out, beautiful, love it. 81.20, your breakout. My thoughts on CMG? The food or the stock? Ha 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 ha. So I told you guys today when CMG was right over here at 278.42 that it was probably going to bounce. And I guess you didn't bounce that much. You hit 277.85. You broke my level a little. Then you closed a little higher. As much as I dislike this company, their policies, their food, their business, and how they do it, I think we go higher from here. GME follow-up. I really don't, again, I thought it was going to go like $18 or higher. I guess we're at $18. For me, I have a call spread, so I should hopefully realize full potential or just about full potential from it. It was a nice call to go long. And I don't really have a target, Reinhold. It could go to 20 just as easily as it could go to 17. That's my feelings on it. Alright. GHL thoughts. Green Hill, very bullish. And stay tuned. I'm going to give you guys a couple blockchain names to add on your radar as soon as I'm done with everyone's questions. I mean, when I see stocks like this where it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 green bars in a row, I stop and I look back and say, where the hell does this thing need to pull into before I'm considering buying it? And tomorrow that level would be $19.21. I could set an alert if you'd like. You let me know. LABU. My voice here is starting to give out. A lot of technical analysis. You know how I feel about this. Price target of less than 0. I mean, this is all the Direxia names are a short scam, a long scam. The only way you make money is shorting these things, in my opinion. Yes, you could go long on certain days and you'll get this outsized move if biotech has a big up move. I would, if I were, if I were trading it, you know what I'd tell myself? I'd say, Mark, don't trade this name ever unless you're shorting it. That's my thoughts on LABU. Scam. Barbara, am I still neutral on Netflix? You're in between a channel? Yes. I went over AMC. Great movie. You're still in AMC. Please tell me when I get in, you'll add. Okay, Priyanka. Oh, God. All right. General Electric thoughts. Same as before. It's just turning into a value company. It's getting to the point where it's so beaten up that you just have to look at the dividend and say, all right, I'm just buying this thing for the dividend. I don't understand why the company is getting this hammered, to be honest. Reinhold Clovis. And actually, tomorrow you have two support levels, 59.98 and then a bit lower at 56.31. 56.31, my higher conviction one. You hit that level, it looks like a swing long. You know my thoughts in sale. Long-term hold. Very bullish. I think this one gets to $30 as well, and I'm buying this one as well. I fundamentally like the company. There's not enough candlesticks in the 3 days to trade it to really give you any technical analysis. I'm very bullish on this company, obviously. All right. And let's get to anything else. Okay, that's it. So let's go over two names in the blockchain industry. Two names. First one we gave you was Overstock at 29 and change. That one obviously was an animal. Then we started talking about Riot. How about Grow? This used to be one of my favorite stocks to trade back in 2004. Alright, so what this company did was they took a stake in, was it something with a V? Looking up. 1 second. They took a stake in this company that has their own blockchain. I'm looking up the symbol because it is publicly traded. Alright, so it's Hive.v, which is the Hive blockchain technologies. They currently own 7.3% of this company. Who knows how far it's going to go? The stock is obviously wild beyond belief. Hive blockchain technology. And basically they own 7.3% of this company. And Hive.v, besides being extremely volatile, is worth $810 million. So basically you do this. You go, okay, 810 million times 0.073. And automatically their stake in Hive blockchain technologies is worth 59 million. Now, why is that relevant? Because when you look at GROW, it has a 50.8 million market cap, meaning their stake in Hive.v is worth almost $9-10 million more than the entire company as itself, which is actually kind of funny. So I think Grow is becoming sort of sexy in a way. And I used to trade this stock. I used to make so much money trading this name. I mean, I probably have to take you to the monthly. Yeah, because I was trading it back in right here. Yeah, I was trading it here in '07 as well, '06, '07. And I was watching this stock when it was at $36. Grow. I remember I used to U.S. Global Investment. I used to always love trading this stock. I actually did quite a bit of volume in it too. Nonetheless, it obviously fell off the map, and it's coming back here with this, I guess, investment in the blockchain technologies. I think this stock can grow further. You want to talk about puns? This to me is one of the hidden names in the blockchain technologies that I don't hear people talking about, and I'm talking about it. The last one is a stock we mentioned before. The second name is SRAX. And this is an interesting company. It's a 36 million dollar market cap, and pretty much, this is also like one of those Bitcoin offerings and things along that line, and delving into cryptocurrencies. So looking at it, you have a beautiful bullish doji. I think SREX can also go higher. Not a lot of people again are talking about this one. I didn't like the rising wedge here, if you remember, and you actually ended up breaking it down as expected, and now it looks like you're coming up again. So I'm definitely keeping this one on the radar. Could I tell you why? I'm actually out of breath, so I'd rather give you a full presentation for why I'm bullish on sale. I'll definitely try to do that, but to sum it up, I like their business model and I like what they're trying to accomplish. And if you go to their website, I think they're going to succeed wildly. That's the quick answer. Again, I'm talking fundamentally about a brand new company. It's going to work, in my opinion. I'm over 90% sure that this company is going to work. That could be the easy answer, Barbara. And I already went over Clovis. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed the NewsBeat live trading broadcast. Happy trading, make money, and we'll see you guys tomorrow morning on the NewsBeat live trading broadcast. Have a wonderful evening.